Right, so this is the other video that I found interesting that I saw. 300,000 black women have left the workforce, U.S. Bureau of Labor of Statistics report. So let's get into it and see what they talking about, since this is a finance channel. Let go.
To the economy now, where staggering numbers have been released surrounding black women in the labor force. A new report shows more than 300,000 black women have left the workforce in just the last several months. That's according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Joining me now is gender economist Katika Roy to break this all down and why
they got gender economists. I didn't even know that was an actual title. Learn something new every day.
They're leaving. Katika, thank you so much for being with us. You recently wrote an article where you say that this isn't happening by accident. Why do you think it is happening?
This is happening because of cuts to public sector positions. So if you look at the federal labor force, black women make up just over 12% of the federal labor force. It's about double their representation in the labor force overall. And when you have targeted cuts up to 50%, in organizations such as the Department of Education and HHS, you're not just trimming the fat, you're actually cutting the economic backbone for black women.
Wow. And so what are some of the spillover effects from all of this?
Well, one of the things that we know is that there is a connection between women's labor force participation and GDP. So just black women's labor force participation has dropped by just over 2% in the last 3 months. And that has sucked over $37 billion out of US GDP. So this is the economic cost of gender policy ignorance.
This is really fascinating because do you think that most people are unaware of the actual impacts of things like this?
Absolutely.
People aren't unaware of them. I feel like this, the things that are going on in the economy currently are very direct and targeted. It's just federal jobs are not 100% guaranteed. That's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. They trying to get that second hustle, that second job. This gig economy is killing people, but it's the hand we dealt in 2025.
So when we often think about women's issues or black women's issues, we think of it as an over there problem. It's not. It's an everybody problem. When our economy grows, that has more jobs and more income for everyone. So we know, for instance, overall, that for every 1 percentage point that women leave the labor force, there's a $146 billion hit to GDP.
Oh my gosh. And so we've talked about the consequences, but is there an upside to all of this? Are we seeing women pivoting to entrepreneurship as they're leaving the workforce? What then are...
This is very unlikely. Being an entrepreneur ain't for everybody. Lord knows. So to act like 318,000 women are all going, 100% are going to pivot to entrepreneurship is crazy.
What are they doing?
You know, that's a great question. And the truth is, we don't know where all of the 300,000 black women that have actually been pushed out of the labor force have gone. We know that some of them have gone into entrepreneurship, which is not only because of luxury, but it's actually because of survival. And this is really a testament to their resilience, but it also shows the rigidity in our traditional employment systems.
Are there any other groups that we are seeing largely impacted in this way in the labor workforce?
Not to this extent. So I track all of the data, as you can imagine, month over month by gender and race and ethnicity. And I started to see this trend about 3 months ago with this really precipitous drop in black women out of the labor force. And this is a huge hit. And historically, just to give you a sense of the historical context, this is the first time in years that black women's labor force participation has fallen below Latinas' labor force participation.
Wow. It's really fascinating to see these numbers, to hear you explain all of it and break
one of the most
down the real world impacts on our GDP and the economy at large. Katika Roy, thank you for what you do and thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. You can say the black household is under attack by this federal government. I mean, it's directly correlated. Just said 12% of my dog is trying to bust the door down. 12% of what did she say? I'm already spacing out, man. They're represented by 12% of the workforce.
12% of the federal labor force. Black women make up just over 12% of the federal labor force. It's
There
about
you go.
double their representation in the labor force overall. And when you
So yeah, man, when you cut that many jobs, you are directly affecting black households. But this government seems to be wanting to shrink federal spending in the federal government. So I mean, we just got to play with the hand that we dealt for right now. As far as I'm saying, we, like I'm a black woman. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Entrepreneurship, getting into y'all own businesses, this gig economy, finding different hustles. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard times out there, especially if the economy staples and usually what is seen as stable work and stable employment is getting cut. I don't know. We just gonna have to play it out. That's why I say keep your minds open, keep your skills up to date, because you never know when it's your time to be on that chopping block, man. Save your money, invest, have something put away for a rainy day, cause yeah, it's real out here in the field. But we're gonna jump to the next video.